one of the leading clubs here in Uganda, Zana Boxing Club. If the current administration feels threatened by anyone, any member from any of the clubs, they'll see that they eliminate your club. One of the reasons why they are rushing to have a new constitution was to see that they lock out many people. And in our sport of boxing, what we need is everyone joining, everyone coming on table, so that there's more interest, and at the end of the day, it will be the individual boxers, at the end of the day, it will be the country. Like he's mentioned, we need more gold medals, we need champions, we need to be producing excellent boxers, which is unfortunately not happening. As I've mentioned, I'm the chairman of Zana Boxing Club. It's very unfortunate that the current leadership under Moses Muhangi is starting to see us as a threat. Zana Boxing Club is one of the very few clubs in UBF, affiliated with UBF, that are fully registered. And if you want to find out this, you will discover that many of the clubs are not fully registered. Now, the moment I became the chairman of Zana Boxing Club, I thought it was right to have a proper documentation of the company, because the moment you register it as a club, which means it's a company to deal in any business that you would want. But yesterday, because we had a meeting at UBF, this gentleman Muhangi locked us out. Reason was the club, Zana Boxing Club, that we registered is not the Zana that they have been dealing with, which is unfortunate. But when you look at the receipts, because we've been paying promptly our affiliation fee, it is still Zana what? It is still Zana Boxing Club. So we are up to date with our subscription. But because we feel threatened that there is a voice, there's always a voice that can come out if we attend certain meetings. That's why they are locking us out. So I would want to call on the press especially to bring out our voices, our grievances in issues like this. As we speak right now, close to 20 clubs are about to leave the federation. When you look at our constitution, Uganda Boxing Federation, our constitution, the earlier constitution, you would find that we have over 60 clubs. The operational constitution, we have over 60 clubs. But as we speak now, the plan and agenda is to cut it down to about 30 or 40. You mentioned it came from Kololo High School. It's one of the clubs that we're about to lose. What will happen of the members who have been training there? What will happen to the team that has been training there? At the end of the day, it is boxing that closes. We would also want to show you that at UBF, the administration there is actually a wolf in a sheep's skin. Yesterday, unfortunately, when we went to attend that particular meeting that I've just mentioned to you, we found that close to about 8 bouncers, we call them kanyamas, were lined up to stop people like us from attending. So you can imagine the coaches, the players, we go into this sport because we love it with a passion. But the unfortunate bit, because no one gives us money to do what? Play boxing, just yet, especially amateur boxing. But it's very unfortunate that Muhangi ordered his kanyamas to beat me up. Can you imagine? Many of the people there are not happy with what is happening. But because of the fear that he has instilled among the member clubs, it's because some of these people cannot come out. But if you secretly manage to talk to them, you'll know that what I'm telling you is also what they're having in the back of their heads. So at the end of the day, they beat up one of our coaches, Mr. Abu Muchibi. He has managed to report a case at police, which is very unfortunate. We thought today we will be able to attend. Unfortunately, he's not able to attend because of the condition he's in right now. He's not feeling well. But you can imagine a mere coach who is mandated to attend a meeting has been beaten up by one of his kanyamas by the names of Twive, among others. He had his chain stolen. It's a case that he has also been able to report. So we call upon police, we call upon the press, Twive Mayanja, we call upon the press to bring out all these grievances that you are mentioning. We call upon National Council of Sports to take action. I can mention to you, there are several people in and outside of Uganda who are so willing to support the sport of boxing. I'll give you my case, for example. I brought in to the country over 100 boxing gloves and jerseys that I was offering to UBF for the national team. Muhangi said that he will not accept them because they have Sembuya Boxing Club on them. You see? Clubs and players lack gloves. There is no single day in the 3 years that this administration has been in place that they have extended the hand to any single boxing club in Uganda. Not even with gloves. You can imagine. UBF simply means it's a collection of boxing clubs. But if you cannot extend any particular help in 3 years, all in a term, then who are you working for? You get the point. So we feel these are some of the things that this team is looking in changing. I think I'll stop. Sizze bagamba nti ngenda kwesimbawo ku bukulembeze bwa UBF olw'okuba njagala okubeera mu ofiisi eyo, naye okusingira ddala bategeeza nti nze ng'omuntu nina passion for the sport of boxing. Abasinga mu mulwano kimanyi mwenna si mumwe si abasinga mumanyi mugoberera nnyo sports oba muli ba sports journalist. By doubt mu Uganda nti waliwo ansinga okutegeera sport. As Ugandans are following the premiership or leagues z'omupiira religiously, nze ng'omuntu ngoberera nnyo omuzannyo gw'ebikonde. Nina ne mutabani wange 7 years right now ali mu boxing. Already nayo ne club already eyitibwa Sembuya Boxing Club. Naye ekisinga okundeetera ddala oba ekimpaliriza okudeclaringa nti ngenda kuvuganya ku bukulembeze bwa UBF nga president buli bumu, twagala ebikonde biddeyo mu clubs. Federation eya Uganda Boxing Club, eya Uganda Boxing Federation eyimiziddwawo oba eyimiridde ku misingi egya clubs. Naye clubs za Uganda ez'ebikonde zisafarinze nnyo era ne ngamba nti ekimala kikola ki? Ekimala kimala. Kyekiseera tufune obukulembeze obugenda okufa ku clubs zaffe za Uganda. Bwe nfuna omukisa n'entambulamu mu ggwanga lino okulaba bannaffe betusanyukira ennyo nga bafunye medals wa gye bava, kyenyamiza era kireeta n'amaziga. So n'endowooza nti singa tufuna obukulembeze obugenda okutunuulira awo bennyini kilabu ezo ennyini, awo bennyini abatraining ebikonde okubafaako, nsuubira nti boxing agenda maaso. Ekirala kikulu nnyo okulaba nti administration y'ebikonde etunuulira nnyo awamu n'okunaturinga sports eya boxing. Twogedde ku boxing in schools, naye njagala okubategeeza nti mu masomero temuli mu boxing. Nasomera Namiryango College. Namiryango College ge gamu ku masomero agali gamanyiddwa okuba nga gazanya ebikonde. Ntera okugamba abantu funa peya 2 eza gloves ozikasuke wonna mu ssomero lyonna abaana bagenda kutandika okuba ebikonde. Ziteeke Kamoja, ziteeke Gulu, ziteeke Mwaruwa, ziteeke Mbalala. gloves bbiri zokka abaana bagenda kutandika okukola ki okuba ebikonde. So twagala abantu oba twagala federation obukulembeze obutunuulira sports development. Sports bwe tunaamuteeka mu masomero naddala gano ga traditional schools Namiryango, Buddo, Smack, ogenda kulaba nga competition zitandise okufuuka nga ze tulaba mu basketball. Basketball agobererwa nnyo ba corporates. Rugby, nze nga yaliko omuzannyo wa rugby agobererwa nnyo era nasponsoringibwa companies zino ez'amaanyi. Nendowooza nti bwe tunaamutwala mu masomero nga embagambye oli bw'abeera nga manager wa KCB Bank oba Umemi ng'alina omwana we azannya ebikonde mu ssomero sente bagenda kati.
I'm wishing boxing well. That's the first thing. I will not interfere with the amateur, being the President Uganda Professional Boxing Commission. I'm here to see our boxers gain from this thing other than individuals gaining. Number two, yes, we met with Muhangi. We met him as an individual, and we discussed a lot because I assume or presume we both need each other from amateur to professional because we work hand in hand. And you remember very well some time ago he used to undermine the UPBC. He would not recognize it. But in that meeting he recognized UPBC and promised to work with UPBC. So the only words I told him is go back to where you said those words, because UPBC has never uttered a word against amateur because it's a different entity totally. And I would assume the UPBC extends an olive branch to the amateur because we have a lot of professionals who have come from amateur and some even who have not gone through amateur. So we need each other. Two is, I don't want to hear this bickering because end of the day it is the boxers being affected, and the leadership, we are the ones disorganizing this sport, and the beneficiaries are supposed to be the boxers. So I would not like that kind of behavior. Seeing, that's why I'm here in good faith to see what is happening in boxing. What is happening? Two, I have a club. You very well know it has been there for the last 20 years. This is my patron who has been heading it all along. So someone may say, Ate Uhuru Ingira wa Mubino. Amateur wendi nyo, because I have Uhuru Boxing Club. And it has not been in politics. It has been as a well-wisher, as someone, as my brother talked to Yakana, as his first inspiring pattern. So I love boxing. I'm here for the good of boxing. I wish boxing well. I'm tired of hearing these bickerings. I have clearly stated I am here for the good of what? Boxing. So, yes. I'm not here for an UBF is not for Muhangi. UBF is not for anyone. So I'm not here to support a candidate, but I'm here to support so and so. No, I'm here strictly for the good of boxing and condemn any kind of activity or personal interest in this sport called boxing.